this is Michelle from Divine Intuition, and welcome to your love reading for April 2020. Now, for this reading, it's going to be more towards the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies. Now, this reading is not gender specific. It is more connected towards our energies. So if you feel you are more towards the feminine energy and your love interest or partner is more directed to the masculine energy, then that's what is resonating for you. Or it could be vice versa. It could be masculine, you can feel masculine, and the love interest is feminine, whichever. Or but we are tuning into the divine energies of the masculine and the feminine, and this is what the cards are going to be based upon. Okay, now if you would like a personal reading with me, you can email me at divineintuition.readings@gmail.com. Just send an email about your situation, and then I'll send an email back. All right, guys, so let's begin with your reading. Hello, Virgo, and welcome to your love reading for April 2020. So for this reading, I'm going to be using the Witch's Tarot and the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. But I'm going to take out these cards at the end of the reading. All right, so what I'm going to do is on the left side is going to be basically the divine feminine energies, and on the right side is going to be the divine masculine energies, okay? So I'm just going to shuffle the cards a bit. So in the center is going to be basically the overall energies of both of you, okay? So just going to shuffle these cards, put your energy into it, and let's see what the messages we have in store for you, okay? Okay, so let's start with the divine feminine. Whoa, romance coming in, love offer for the feminines. That's great. Let's see. Kind gestures of love, or just generosity of any sorts. We have the Eight of Cups. So we are feeling a little withdrawn for the feminines. Masculines, wow, they have the Two of Cups. So lots of sharing of emotions between you and your loved one. For the masculines, Two of Swords, okay, and the Six of Swords. And the overall energy, we have the King of Wands. So Virgo, let's see what we have here for you. So for the feminines, for my lovely Virgos, we start off with the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is a very romantic energy. It's an energy full of love, kind gesture, romanticizing. Okay, so somebody could be offering you their love, their cup. Okay, and I feel like it's the divine masculine. The divine masculine is definitely offering his love right now at this time, offering a kind gesture for you. So it's allowing you to be more vulnerable than usual, Virgo. So this energy is basically giving you the sensation that things are working out between you and your masculine. All right, so it looks like the masculine is offering a kind gesture of love to the feminines. There is a sense of romance happening here for you. So I feel like you are starting to open up a bit more, Virgo. Your heart space seems to be opening up, seems to be trusting the situation regarding your masculine. Not as closed off, not as afraid, but pretty open with the situation. So either you're going to be offering that cup of love, or your masculine is going to be offering that cup of love. But the both of you seem to be basically offering the same kind of gesture, because we have the Two of Cups here. And the Two of Cups is basically sharing your love together. So the masculines are basically opening up to the relationship as well. They seem to be exchanging their cup forward towards the feminine as well, and the feminine as well with the Knight of Cups seems to be giving her cup to the masculine as well. So there is a union, there is a connection happening, a bond happening. I do sense a strong chemistry between the both of you, between the feminine and the masculine, for Virgos, and the feminine are willing to give their part, you know. They're willing to offer more gestures of generosity or just showing more of her kindness towards the masculine. She is being guided by a spirit guide of some sort or some sort of guidance. Probably could be from an individual who has sort of knowledge with relationships, perhaps, or any kind of advice. Basically, it could be just referring to, you know, just suggesting to help each other out, you know, even divine guidance that could be helping you both out here. Perhaps allowing you guys to share each other's kindness, share each other's gestures of love, because perhaps there was a struggle. I do sense a struggle here between the feminine and the masculines, that perhaps you may have needed some assistance from a spirit guide to deliver some sort of message for you here, to kind of help both of you to understand each other better, to have more of a harmony between you and your masculine. So there is help from higher guidance here, and you both are quite happy with the results, understanding each other, I feel, a bit more, which is probably allowing the chemistry to flow between you and your masculine, right? So, but the masculines tend to be a little bit closed off at this time. The Two of Swords is suggesting that it's actually very difficult for the masculines to open up emotionally, I sense here. The feminines seem to be more open, but the masculines, they tend to shield their heart space for a reason. So they're pretty shielded, they're pretty closed off. Perhaps of certain situations that have happened in the past is affecting them a little bit emotionally. Probably certain disagreements or certain perhaps fighting, there you guys were fighting perhaps, or some sort of tension that was happening that probably provided the masculine to be a little bit closed off from the feminine. So even though he is seeing, you know, the strong bond and connection between the two of you, and you are offering your cup, right, or he is offering his cup in a sense, I feel like it's mostly you feminines. There is a level of romance, but it could be him. I just feel like in his heart space, though, it's very difficult for him to open up emotionally. But he is giving, you both are giving, you guys are showing signs of interest. There is a mutual understanding between the both of you, that there is love between the both of you, right? And you're definitely giving an equal exchange between each other of this gesture of love that you guys have for each other. But for the masculines, it's quite difficult for them to open up emotionally with their heart. They are pretty shielded, but he is willing to give his part, and that's why there is an equal exchange of energies between the two of you, because you both really want to show that you care about each other, because Virgo, there is a strong bond between the both of you. Okay, masculines, if you're watching this, you do feel a strong bond with your feminine, and feminine, you also feel a strong bond with your masculine. Okay, so this is quite a lovely reading here. It's just a matter of opening up your heart space again, right, for the masculines. Now, because this is quite difficult to you know, let the masculines open up emotionally, the feminines do feel like withdrawing once in a while, do feel like giving up in that sense, or kind of outgrowing the relationship and wanting to move on forward. Once in a while, she does feel like, you know, to leave it all behind and just move forward with her path, right, without the masculines, and outgrowing the situation and going towards higher grounds. Perhaps this has been draining her. Perhaps the feminines have been feeling a little bit stuck in that sense. But there is a strong emotion. There is a strong emotion here, and there is a strong bond between the two of you. So perhaps that is what is keeping the feminines to still progress in this relationship and still give, you know, giving that exchange between each other, right? And but yeah, with this, it's quite difficult to let the masculines open up. I think they just need more time to trust in the relationship, to confide that, you know, he won't get hurt again. I think that's the problem. Perhaps he's been hurt quite a lot from other people, or perhaps from the relationships, that it's pretty hard for him to open up. But definitely the masculines do feel a strong connection, feminines. Okay. So for the masculines, I see the Six of Swords here. So you probably have also been wanting to let this relationship work, masculines, but because for some reason things haven't been working out between the two of you, it has drained your energy for some time, and you know, closed off your heart for a bit, and kind of guarded you in that sense to allow love to enter into your life again, right? But looks like things are looking up, because things look pretty bright here. So I do feel that you are moving on from the situation as well. It was quite chaotic before. You're quite emotional about the situation as well, but looks like you're moving on from that situation. Looks like you can now trust that things are progressing now with the relationship with your divine feminine masculines. You know, the waters were a bit turbulent, but seems like there's calmer waters, and seems like you can continue moving forward with this relationship with your divine feminine, right? Even though you are a little bit closed off at the moment, you are shielding yourself emotionally from her. You are looking forward for the relationship, and that's why you feel a little bit of relief from the situation, that things are progressing with you both, because you do feel a strong bond, you know? You do feel a strong bond with your feminine. There is a strong connection here. There is love, right? So it's just, will take some time to open up your heart again, right? And to bring those defenses down. On the other hand, for the feminines, she is kind of giving up from the situation. She is a little bit tired with all this probably dilemma that is happening, and perhaps not compromising, right? But it looks like this is taking over. It looks like your relationship, the bond you guys have between each other, is helping the relationship to flourish, to keep on going, right? Now we have the King of Wands as the overall message for the relationship, and the King of Wands definitely is a very strong masculine energy. This could be related mostly to the masculines. There is this fiery nature of the King of Wands. There is this that the King of Wands is close to an Emperor kind of energy, but the Emperor has more of a structure to it, whereas the King of Wands is much more passionate and driven, moves quite quickly. And the downfall about being overloaded with strong masculine energy, right, is that that fire can burn others once in a while. So maybe this is why the feminines feel a little bit exhausted by dealing with too much fire sometimes, right? And here you have two different colors, you know, two different energies. Feminine is more reserved, has more of a low-key, more calm nature. You know, there's waters here, there's more of a night, kind of gives you more of a nighttime kind of sensation, and the masculine's, you know, very fiery, bright, and sunny. So there is a contrast of energies here, and perhaps the energy of the masculine can be a little bit too much for the feminine, so there has to be an equal balance. The energies have to harmonize. So the masculine have to learn to kind of harmonize their fiery nature. If you do have fire in your chart, that could be causing the imbalances. If not, it could be just a characteristic that you carry. And you know, those kind of characteristics could be balanced and harmonized within you. I think the relationships will work best when the divine feminine and the divine masculine, you know, learn to compromise their energies, you know, learn to share each other's energies, and give each other support in that sense, so that there could be true harmony between the relationship between the both of you. Okay, so the feminines do see the King of Wands as the divine masculine, so they see the divine masculine as the King of Wands. So this is how she views him, and this energy for her is actually quite attractive. She's very drawn to the energy of the King of Wands. The King of Wands is very charismatic, very charming. Okay, it could be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Okay, if not, it can just be the characteristics that he carries. So the divine feminine is quite attracted to this energy, is quite attracted to him. But again, it could be a little bit too much for her, could be too much for her to handle. So that's why the masculine has to learn to kind of cool down those energies, right? Cool down that heat, right? And that passionate nature. It's positive, it's beneficial, but to blend in with an energy like this, right? The masculines do need to tame his energy a bit, right? All right, so let's take a few cards from the Psychic Tarot for Virgos, for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. Okay. Temptation. So we have the Devil card. Fertility. So interesting. We have a contrast of energies here because you do have a strong divine feminine energy here. Okay, fertility is the Empress card. So, Virgo, if you are the feminines watching this, this is definitely relating to you. You have this strong feminine energy inside of you. You are very fertile with creativities. You're very nurturing and loving. And you do have a strong heart chakra there that's willing to expand and open and give to others. You are like this tree, and you see these leaves coming out from her hair, and you're so expansive. So divine feminines, you are very connected to your femininity this month of April, and you are definitely flourishing in your creativity. And with this one, I do connect it to the masculines for some reason. At this time, I do feel like the masculines are taking over from certain shadows. I think they are just working on their shadow sides. It's very interesting because here I do see like an opening on his chest. It's like it's been open there before and it's been unlocked, but it feels like he has shielded his heart right here. It has closed. It was like a scar, and I feel it has to do with this key. And this key used to be here, but for some reason it has been taken away, and it's almost as if he is refusing the key to enter into his chest, right? And I feel like that is what's happening here with the Divine Masculine, with the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, it's another card of shielding your heart. So I do feel the Divine Masculines are shielding their heart for some reason. And it has something to do with the past pain, perhaps, right? Because there is a scar here. And not willing to let the key of love enter there again, even though the key of love is full of light. And it seems as if you can trust this key, right? Because if you look at the Divine Feminine's energy, is that her energy is quite beautiful, actually. She is love itself, and she emanates the heart chakra. There is a lot of compassion within her. She cares a lot. Okay, she's quite special, right? This Empress energy is quite special, and because she emanates the heart chakra, it's perfect for healing his chest right there, healing his heart. So she can actually help him emotionally, boost his heart chakra, because his heart chakra is quite shielded right now at this time. And I feel like she's the perfect key to his heart, to the Divine Masculine's heart. Now another thing with this card is when we shield our hearts for too long, we get manipulated by the dark energies around us. We get influenced by certain situations, entities, or energies manipulate us, whether we are aware of it or not. They control us. When we have lowered our frequency, they do take advantage of us a lot, and can manipulate your thoughts, can manipulate your intentions. It starts to become more of an ego-based kind of priority. So your priorities start to change more towards the ego part of things instead of following your heart, because it's shielded. The heart chakra is struggling to be activated here. Because it hasn't been activated, it's so easy for negative influences to take over you and become their puppet basically, right? So that's why I see the shadow here, taking over the masculine's ego, probably doing things out of not good intentions, doing things out of bad intentions, right? So a lot of the dark energies are controlling the masculines right now at this time, but that's because he hasn't opened his heart space. He hasn't activated his heart chakra or hasn't allowed true love to enter and unlock it, right? Unlock this beautiful heart chakra emanating from his divine feminine, right? Because I feel he needs to start activating it as well, right? The Temptation card is also a card of, you know, having this strong bond, having this connection with each other. It is a card of secrets too. Having the temptation is, you know, being tempted to be with each other. So if you guys do have partners, it's better to be, you know, it's better to, you know, end certain karmic situations before jumping into relationships with your divine feminine and divine masculines, right? I feel like by, you know, by letting go of certain things in the past, you can connect with the people that, you know, you resonate with more strongly, right? But of course there are obstacles as well when dealing with your divine masculine and divine feminine. So there is temptation between the two of you, but I feel like there's probably secrets too, because if you add 15 and 3, that's the moon card, and the moon card is all about hidden things, illusions, and secrets. And but there could be also illusions happening within the relationship, so perhaps that's why things are a little bit confusing as well. Okay, all right guys, so I hope you enjoyed this monthly love reading of April 2020. And if you enjoyed this reading, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and leave a comment below, okay? And have a beautiful month of April 2020. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!